What's up, guys? I have a knife review for you today, of a knife that's in a not mine. It's been it's a pass around knife, and it's a very exciting one because it's as many of you might already know by looking at this. This is the WE Knives Roxi, and what makes it special is that it's designed by Todd Knife and Tool, and Todd Knife and Tool is a company that Zelric 42 and his brother are make it up basically. So Zelric 42 is a YouTuber, and he loves knives and he reviews knives, and it's just really cool to have someone that that's in the knife community that started out doing YouTube videos, and now he's has his own knife, and I'm sure it's very successful because, as you'll see in this review, it's a really great knife. It's a really cool thing to have someone that really likes knives design the knife, and because you can really tell that someone that likes knives designed this. I think a lot of times there's a lot of designers out there that are really good at just making stuff, designs. They're just good at designing, but sometimes when you get a knife in your hand, you're like, how did this leave the factory, or who designed this? This isn't one of those knives. You can tell a lot of thought went into this, and it is really cool. So start off just by looking at the overall look of it. Now, all of this titanium is milled out, and that's actually not only just a design thing, but it also is weight savings. You got a cool backspacer here, and that eliminates any risk that you will touch the blade at all with this very high backspacer. Also has a very cool lanyard hole. You can stick it through the whole thing, you can stick it through part of it. Just a cool design. Looks like this area you could fit bigger paracord through there. I like this pocket clip. I heard somebody say that it was a little too tight. Not for my pants. And I have some thick pants, and it's worked good for it. So let me show you what it looks like. It goes right in thick pants, and just enough that sticks out. That's not bad at all. This is, like I said, made by WE. It has the typical WE good fit and finish, and this is running on M390, if you can see it right there. Yeah. The bronze, the clip is bronze, the screws are bronze. It makes it look very nice, and these are available in other color coordinations. So this knife was actually designed more not to be a 3.5 finger knife, but it was more to come up here in this choil and be a full 4-finger grip. And the fact that this little area is not sharpened, that can be good if you have fat fingers and your finger is running off the end of it. That area is not sharpened now. Could there have been a little choil there? Yes, but to me that's not a big deal. Very good point for piercing. When you're holding it in this grip, it's very comfortable. The jimping is placed right there, so that's where your thumb is. Like I talked about in one of my pet peeve videos, sometimes the jimping on other knives would have been right here, and the blade would have had no jimping on it, but this has it on the blade, and the jimping is perfect to me. I like that kind of jimping. It's not very fine. This kind of jimping is, I like this kind of jimping. It has cutouts on both sides to let you get good access into there, and Really, I kind of prefer like a little cutout, but this is so wide that you can get your thumb in, and the lock bar isn't really that hard to disengage. Of course, it has lock bar insert and over travel stop standard. And let's talk about the design of this flipper tab. Very good. As you can see, this little divot here just feels really good on your finger, and then you're right there. You put your finger right there in that little divot where it's made, and it's just right where it needs to be to flip this knife. And then once it's flipped, look at what happens. Your finger sinks down into that little relief pad. So like I said, you can tell someone that likes knives designed this knife, because other companies miss these details. So there it is, right there in that little stop pad. Very comfortable. So let's talk about deployment. Of course, you have a flipper tab, and this is where my finger is. It was on the lock bar and didn't make any difference. So finger on the lock bar, doesn't matter. It's still coming out there. And now you have these fullers on the blade that are about 90-degree angles. They're not sharp, but they're enough to catch your finger. So if you want to use it to deploy with your thumb, you can do that. It's a little hard, but you can also do middle finger flick very easily. And of course your flipper tab. And it just this just rockets out of there. You hear you gotta love it when a knife just slams onto the back of that lock bar. I really like that sound. Like I said, only thing on the blade is that maker's mark, and I like the maker's mark, and then the M390 right there. So very sterile. Great knife, great job, Zell, and your brother Seth, I believe is his name. You guys did a great job. Now they are going to have more designs coming out through Best Tech and probably even We. I think a bigger version of this is coming out with We. So yeah, just a great knife. If you guys, I would say go and give it a chance. It's pretty fun. So that's all I have. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one.